I left finance at 32. Here's what 6 months of freelancing really looks like. Hi, I'm Bella Wang. I live in Shanghai, one of the biggest cities in China. It's 7:30 in the morning, the middle of rush hour, but I'm not on my way to work. I'm heading to a traditional Chinese medicine hospital. Lately, I haven't been sleeping very well, so yesterday, I scheduled an acupuncture appointment for myself. Before that, I'm stopping by a small breakfast shop next to the subway station. This morning, I'm having a very traditional Chinese breakfast, steamed balls and soya milk. 6 months ago, at this exact time, I would already be commuting to the office. I always feel like I didn't have enough time. No time to enjoy breakfast. No time to see a doctor during the week. Even when I wasn't feeling well, my first thought was never, maybe I should rest. It was always, just get through today. I'll deal with it after work. Every hour already had a purpose. What time the meeting started, when reports were due, when emails needed to be answered. My schedule was planned for me. Now, nobody plans my time anymore, but that doesn't mean life has become easier. I sit here and enjoy my breakfast. It feels free, and in some ways, it really is. But freedom has another side. I no longer have a stable paycheck arriving in my bank account every month. It's 8 a.m. now, time to take the subway. In Shanghai, everyone has to go through a security check before entering the station. These past 6 months, becoming a freelancer wasn't actually my original plan. I also applied for jobs in other industries. I thought I could leave finance behind and start over somewhere else. I still remember one interview. After asking about my age, the interviewer asked whether I had any relevant experience. I said no, but I told them I was willing to learn, and I was willing to start from the bottom. However, I never heard back. And that wasn't the only time it happened. I'm 32 years old. For many industries, I'm no longer considered young. And for a completely new career, I don't have the experience they are looking for. On top of that, the job market isn't what it used to be. There are fewer opportunities and not more competition. So instead of saying I choose freelancing, I think it's more honest to say that I gradually accept it as the stage of life I'm in right now. For 8 years, my salary arrived on the same day every month. I never felt the need to check my bank account. I already knew roughly how much I'd make that month, and I had a pretty good idea of what I'd earn the next month, or even the next year. But now, I don't have a steady paycheck anymore. Today, my income comes from 2 main sources. One is YouTube. The other is my personal investments. The biggest difference is that neither of them comes with any guarantees. Sometimes I spend days filming and editing a video, only for it to perform far worse than I expected. Other times, a video I didn't have much confidence in ends up reaching far more people. It's a kind of uncertainty I almost never experienced before. There's no straight line, between effort and reward. Even now, I still feel like my channel is a little all over the place. Sometimes I make videos about house. Other time I want to talk about work, money, and the choice we make in life. I still haven't found one clear direction that feels completely right for me. Some days, it feels like I'm moving forward without really knowing where this road is leading. So I keep filming, even when I have doubts, even when things feel mess. Investing has changed too. Back when my team and I managed the company's money, now it's completely different. When I open my investment account, every dollar in it is my own. Every decision and every outcome is mine alone. I truly understand that managing investments and investing your own money are two completely different things. So in many ways, YouTube and investing couldn't be more different. One is about creating, the other is about investing. But they do have one thing in common. Neither of them comes with certainty. But the biggest changer wasn't my income. It was my identity. Back then, whenever someone asked me, "So, what do you do?" the answer came naturally. I work in finance. It was simple. People understood it immediately. Now, when people ask me the same question, I often don't know what to say. Sometimes I awkwardly tell them, I'm still looking for a job. Other times, I try to say, I'm a freelancer. But even then, it feels like they don't quite know what that means. In China, people often understand you through your profession. A doctor, a teacher, a software engineer. Each title comes with a clear identity. Freelancing, on the other hand, is still a pretty vague idea for a lot of people. Sometimes, it's even seen as another way of saying you are unemployed. And honestly, there are days when I wonder if what I'm doing really counts as a job. I'm not confident every single day. Sometimes I see my former colleagues getting promoted, taking on big projects. They're still moving forward on a path that feels clear. Mine doesn't always feel that way. I do get jealous sometimes, and sometimes I can't help wondering, what if I'd stayed? Every now or then, I also question my decision to live. Maybe I should have planned things more carefully. Maybe I should have had a better backup plan. But every time I seriously think about going back, I think about my health. I know I can't go back to living under that kind of constant pressure. This is my first time visiting a traditional Chinese medicine hospital, and it's also my first time trying acupuncture. Acupuncture is a treatment where very thin needles are placed into specific points on your body. Think of it like pressing a reset button for your body. The goal is to help your muscle relax, reduce pain, and help your body work better. Before the treatment, the doctor checked my pulse and looked at my tongue. Instead of relying on machines or lab tests, the doctor uses traditional Chinese diagnostic methods to understand how your body is doing and decide on the treatment. After that, I paid for the treatment. The total cost for this acupuncture session was about $45, and it was fully covered by my healthy insurance. To be honest, I'm a little nervous at first. The needles are much thinner than regular injection needles, so it hurts much less than I expect. After treatment, I kept thinking about how much my life has changed over the past 6 months. Those 8 years in finance taught me a lot, but they also taught me something I probably should have learned much earlier. My body has limits. So the real question I'm facing now isn't, do I regret leaving finance? It's this: how do I build a new life when I already know I can't go back to my old one? I still don't have the answer. Of course, these past 6 months haven't just been about losing things. I've lost a stable income, I've lost a job title that was easy to explain, and I've lost the clear path I thought my life was on. But I've also gained something. I've gained the time and energy to be there for my daughter and my family. And I'm slowly learning that maybe some stages of life unsupported to come with clear answers. Thank you so much for watching.